Hi, you guys. Happy Chinese New Year. It is the year of the dragon. And what I wanted to do today was paint a dragon on a baby onesie. So this cutter is it's fairly common. It measures 3 inches by 3 inches, and like I mentioned before, what I've started doing is whenever I am wanting to do something a little complicated or new or whatever, um, especially with the script writing, what I do is I trace the cutter out first on scrap paper and then I do the sketch on it because if I can't draw it in pen, chances are really good I'm not going to be able to paint it on the cookie. So I did a whole bunch of just dragon head sketches and whatnot. Putting the scales around the face just made it like way too complicated, and I knew that this was gonna make it like pretty messy on the cookie itself, so I decided to leave these scales off the face. The other thing was I wanted to have a painting that looked a little bit more juvenile. So what I've done is like increased the bone around the forehead and around the eye socket, and I've shortened the snout so it looks a little bit more childlike. And I want to have the eye slightly larger with more of an eyelid so it looks like, I don't know, a little bit more friendly or something. But anyway, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I thought it was worth trying. And you know, whether you do this or something else, like a dragon on your baby onesie cookies, there's going to be lots of kids born this year of the dragon, right? So I don't know. This is just kind of like a cool exercise that's pushing our art skills and our painting skills, and that's what it's all about. So I'm going to use this script liner that has the shorter bristles compared to my other script liner, and I've just put some vodka in with my black gel, the little well in my palette that has the black gel, because I want like a really light wash. I'm nervous about starting this because I don't want to screw it up. So that's the whole purpose of having the sketch, right? So this is supposed to tell me where I'm supposed to start the curve of the forehead. My brush is probably too dry by now. I always get so nervous. I only have 2 of these cookies, so I don't want to like screw this up. Okay. Because then it's just going to be like another cookie for Ivan. Okay, and the thing is like usually it's best to like just exaggerate everything if you can. Let's make the snout really small, the bump for the nostrils nice and big. It's okay if our sketch on our cookie is going to be slightly different in size from what we've done on our paper. Then we've got the jaw bone that goes here, and we're going to have the other bone that protects the eye. And let's see if there's enough color on my brush. Nope, run out. Okay, so I'm just picking up a little bit more wash, and see how it dropped a lot right there, and I don't want to drop a lot around the eye. I want my brush to be pretty much dry. So let's see if I can do kind of like a larger eye that's a little bit more friendly. I have a nice little eyelid in there and a great big eyeball. Leave the white space for the reflection off the curvature of the lens, of the eyeball itself. Now what do I want to do? Let's see if we can, if there's anything, there's a little bit of color left on my, I want the horns to be kind of smaller, more, a little bit more juvenile than what I was sketching. This is the way I sort of teach myself to draw, and kind of the similar sorts of instructions that I use on my sketching channel, and to break things down into a way that makes sense for me. Now this horn, because it's closer to us, should be a little bit longer. Okay, now let's do curvature of the neck. It would go into the shoulder, and we'd have the front kind of like I don't want to say ribbing, but like this, the tummy panel. So let's get this jawbone a little bit larger. I have some darkness for the depth of the nostril. I don't want to put in, I'm nervous about dropping in too much color. Right there. Now, for the scales along the back, okay, this is a horn, and there would be, where the bone is coming out of the skull, there would be like a border. Now, how about we just do some scales along the back and the curvature of the neck, and then going into the back. Okay, so I don't know. I think this is enough to work on. What I'd like to do is just put in, I like this kind of definition over the eye socket. We could have like a little bit of bone definition on the face. Kind of a sweet little smile. I don't know, the horns aren't that great. Well, so what? Let's just leave it. I think this is the safest thing to work with. Okay, so now I just want to, what I can do is darken up the depth of the nostril. Give myself a chance to kind of calm down here, and we're just gonna start working it in. And then what I'll do is we want to have some definition for the eye. I'm not happy that I'm not getting a nice sharp line with my script liner. That's all right. Let's just leave it like that. That's enough detail right now. How about should we go with, you know what? Since it's kind of like a baby dragon, how about we use, is this Kelly green or is this leaf green? Just want to have something like a lighter shade of green. And I think it's kind of okay with some of the definition in gray. We just want to get in a little bit of color. Figure out how to do some shading a little, but I'm just using a very, very light wash, because when we start with just a light wash, then we're kind of not setting ourselves up for too much trouble. And I'm leaving the front bib, the ribbing, clear, because maybe what we could do is have that in pink. That's not going to look too dumb. Or should it be yellow? I don't know. I don't have it. Let's just go with a really, really washed out pink. If I've got something now, the wash in my palette, I know it's going to be too dark, so I'm just going to move some of that out and dilute it even more so that it's not too dark. And you know, like when you're using like a really pale wash and stuff to do this kind of thing, if you don't like it, I think it would be fairly possible to cover that up in yellow if you didn't like the pink for the tummy. I think the horns could be a little bit of a darker gray. And how about we just keep going with the green for the scales along the back. In my sketches, I tried like, you know, little fangs. Oh my God. And it's like, wait a second, this is supposed to be a cute baby cookie, so that like went out the window. Okay, let's just use kind of a darker wash for the horns. I want to kind of keep them short. Like you know, like they would be for a young dragon. And this, I think both horns can sort of like pull into the head a little bit more. And just want to bring these down. That's the other advantage of just using a thin wash for your base work. It makes it a little bit more possible to make changes and stuff like that. Bring this one into the skull a little bit more too. Okay, so see how we've sort of lost a little bit of our definition around the curvature, like the bone curvature around the eye, and then we can go back with our darker wash and just put in a little bit more definition around the nose, the nostril. And then how about we try using this pink? I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I would just like to have a little bit of maybe tissue definition around the eye. No, getting the nostril here. This is still tissue, so this should be like green. And then now it's just a matter of going back and doing it you want. If you want to, I want to make sure that my brush isn't too damp. Let's get these, a few of these scales a little better defined across the tummy, and then maybe, you know, the scales on the back. But see how it's like super easy to get yourself into trouble if you've got too much moisture on your brush. Oh, that's okay. We can just like, man, if this was my other channel, I'm so against outlines and all that kind of stuff. But anyway. I just wanna, almost done, you guys, almost done. I wanna see if I can just fix or just do a better job with the back of the head. Put that there. Line up this snout, the other nostril, this nostril, and then the bottom jaw. And let's see, because I just want to see if I can very carefully do a better job around the eye. Oh my God, I think this is like totally good enough, but I just need to like join this line right there. I want to take down a little bit of this white reflection off the lens, the curvature of the eye. I think this is our little dragon baby. It's good enough. So there you have it. Happy New Year. When you do yours, do a better job on the horns. Otherwise, you know, I think it's not too bad. So, thank you for your company. I do have another one of these cookies, and I think it's highly unlikely that I'm going to paint it. Anyway, have a great day. See you next time.